Hi. 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 Hello. Welcome to our meditation. It's it's becoming something. I've been doing this for a few years now. It's interesting to me to see what I was doing then and what I'm offering now, and I hope that you enjoy our little program today. I'm super excited. Today, I'm in Istanbul, I'm in Turkey, and we have so much wind. And I love how, the elements, they're talking to us, they're sharing things with us, and that wind is making the clouds go speed fast in front of us. And it's been very beautiful to ground in that moment and to see them as the sunset goes, and they're just bright pink. It's very beautiful to see them pass by and connecting with the moment, connecting with us. So I wanted to sharing that there's a lot of beauty in watching clouds, in reading energy from them, and communicating, communion. So today is Lions Gates. It's something that we see a lot in spiritual New Age movements. A lot of people talk about it. Everyone has their own interpretation, and I try to kind of stay away from the classical understanding of it because it doesn't always really connect, or it doesn't feel grounded. So I'm going to describe how I connect to it and how I want to conduct this little moment together. And the way I see it is that when we connect with the sun today, what we're seeing is an alignment with Sirius, which is considered a twin planet to Earth, considered being a deep connection. There's a few light years between us. Sirius is one of the closest one to us, apart from our little galaxy, our solar system. And there's a lot of beautiful energy that comes from Sirius A and Sirius B. If you want to connect with them, I have a meditation. And Sirius is often aligned with the lion archetype. We are in Leo season, so there's something there. It's also the card of strength, which is a number 8 in the tarot, where we see a woman trying to open the mouth of a lion. And this card usually talks about finding strength in both your animal instinct and your animal self, as well as the grace and the virtue of what could be considered the mental body. So finding something between thought consciousness and that relation with animal instinct, and finding that beauty, finding that balance, that equilibrium. So for me, last year, what I offered was the challenge, the experimentation of focusing your attention, focusing your senses, and focusing your mind to the infinity symbol, the 8. And there's a beauty in that 8, and in learning how to focus with your eyes closed, your eyes open, and just doing the motion. You can check that meditation. I'll put it in the link of that replay video so that you can try that. And you can try that for a few days and seeing what it does to the two hemispheres of your brain. It's highly recommended with different people who suffer from CPTSD or PTSD, who have had traumatic experiences. When you do the motion of moving your eyes, wherever you go, when you go to the left or the right, or if you actually do that motion, it's very interesting to see that you're actually making both hemispheres of your brain work, and where they meet, which is called the corpus callosum, which is a physical place, you're actually unlocking something within your brain, and it's allowing you to recreate synapses and to heal. So this is something that has been done with horses as well. And we see that, horses that have had troubles, when they're actually doing that motion, when they meet the point where, the 8, the infinity, meets in the middle, that connection, there's something that happens for them. So I wanted us to relay that more and maybe hear from you if anybody here has done that meditation, has followed that video maybe multiple times, and how it feels today, or how you remember feeling when you did those, as it unlocked something. For me, I see it in a lot of my sessions with clients. I'm always drawing that symbol, and it's perfect equilibrium to me. It really is a balancing of both sides. And when we live in a world of duality, finding that flow and connecting all the dots and meeting that point, it creates a core that helps you so immensely. So I'm going to read the comments that we have here. Oh, thank you for putting cards, the twins from the Citadel Oracle, and self-protection and dual natures, which within the Ace of Air. Okay, Ace of Air, it works with the winds that was mentioning. Hi, Leslie, thank you for being here. Doing the meditations usually help me feel grounded. Yeah, that's exactly how it feels. It feels like we're collecting everything back. So it's that groundedness from witnessing all of our multidimensionality, whether it's, emotions, feelings, thoughts, or even, galactic energies that are very present today. It feels grounding back into the center. Hi, Aisha. Thank you so much for being here. So what I would love for us in holding that space together is that we're all exchanging, we're all talking, commenting, and I can help us relay back to the center every time. So if you have questions or explorations, things that you want to share with us, it's here. You have the comments, you have the chat. It's also, that chat is going to be available as a replay. So be mindful of the fact that this is, going to be public, whatever you share, and your username is going to be on there. So, choose accordingly, share accordingly. You don't have to share as well. And I have something for us. I wanted to introduce you to something. I have my first tuning fork, and I picked this one up in Glastonbury. It is the sun frequency, and the sun being aligned with Sirius, being aligned within that Lion's Gate, but also being the ruler of Leo season, and the sun being a deity that has been speaking to me in, for many, many different years, but also has captivated my attention since that solar light language that I shared. It's a video that I shared where I'm in southern Turkey. You can check that out as well. I'm also going to put it here for the replay. There's something that's happening, and I'm being initiated with their energy to be able to share it. So when I met all the tuning forks at this specific shop, I was very happy when I closed my eyes, I was listening to all of them one by one, and my heart exploded with joy when I heard that one. So I'm going to share that with us. I hope the mic can pick it up really well and that you can feel and bathe yourself. I'm going to do the 8. Technically, I'm going to do the 8 for us, and you're going to feel the 2 tones of this beautiful tuning fork. And it is from Suara Sound, Suara Sound. The psychic woman who makes those, she channels the frequency. So yeah, that's what the sun sounds like to her. And there's a lot of others that I wanted to get, and I will anyway, I managed to just get one. So we have questions, we're going to answer that, and then we'll get into the practice. So Leslie is asking, when doing Reiki, is it normal to feel a little tired afterwards? I like to nap after my shower. So yeah, are you feeling tired, or are you feeling relaxed? Because maybe you've been tired for a long time, but it's only at that moment that you start to feel that deep relaxation that you entered when you connected with your body, when you did this somatic work of, tapping into how you feel physically, emotionally, mentally. So that's totally normal. But also maybe checking out if it is more tired than relaxed, it might be because you're using your own energy instead of tapping into the Reiki energy as a way to do healing. So it depends. Is it doing Reiki for others? Is it doing Reiki for yourself? And are you using the symbols? Are you choosing the source of the energy that you're going to tap into? In one of my lessons in Reiki School, available right now for everyone if you want to join summer Reiki School, but one of the exercise was to actually select where you want to tap into. And for example, what I really love for me specifically is I'm going to choose a crystal and I'm going to connect with the cave that the crystal came from. So for example, if it's an amethyst, that's what came through right now, I'm going to connect with the amethyst and say, I am sourcing the energy from the cave of amethyst that is going to come by coordination, by communication through this little sample that I have and receive that specific energy. So that's what I love doing. And it really works. I'm not tired afterwards. I'm relaxed, that's for sure. Also, deep recommendation, really drink water. Drinking water, I have a lot of water with me by my side always, because water helps the energy to really pervade in all of your cells. So I highly recommend that. Reading another message from Aisha. I realized that my numbers that have been following me everywhere are actually my numerology of my birth date equals to 8, and my God had been lying. That's so cool. That's really, really cool. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm reading your long shadows comment. Air is the element of consciousness, intelligence, and intuition, reflection and communication, laughter and music, infinite connection and love, but silence comes first. Yes. Okay. If you're talking, you cannot listen. The mind is always confronted with choices, and so it chatters, but don't rush to action. Slow down. The answer you're seeking is waiting for you to hear it. I hope this connects with the people watching right now. Yeah, I love numerology. Last year, I was introduced to a past life of mine when I worked with numbers specifically, and I was recommended to get a die, a die that had the 0 to 9 numbers, and I've been working with it a lot. It's been really helpful. I highly recommend tapping into the number of the day, the number of the month, the number of your birth date, and all of the names, all of the different numerology that works. I don't have a link, Ayesha, for the tuning fork. What I can only tell you is I got it from a shop, so there's no link. But the name is, as I said, Suara Sound, so Suara Sound. So maybe making research there. Yeah. Thank you, Your Long Shadows, for sharing the air element. You also feel very tired after getting Reiki. Yes, that's totally normal. Yeah, drink water. Oh, okay. Amethyst in the cave meditation. That's cool. Have I ever done candle magic? For myself, I've done it once. For people, I have done it a few times. I used to offer those as rituals. If you ever want candle magic, you have to go to Gangsta. And I've had many videos with Gangsta. I highly recommend candle magic by them, because it's seriously, it's otherworldly. It's the magic, that connection with fire, with the fire element. So if it's available, I don't know if their candle magic reading is open right now, but check. I'll also put it in the link in the replay. Their website. Knowledge is power. Okay, I love that people are connecting with one another. Okay, so what keeps me up at night? Hello, could you explain the difference between one's own energy and Reiki energy again? Have you done the class? Have you done the school? Because I explained that a lot. It's actually something that you train for, and it's it's connection through different symbols, through different practices, and you need to be attuned for it. So Reiki is one specific name for one specific practice, but you also could connect with universal life force energy. The way that you understand the difference is the way you feel after or during. Like, are you tapping into your own energy and therefore, making yourself tired, getting exhausted, maybe getting super hungry after a healing? Or are you grounded, good, energized, actually maybe even more energized than when you started from? And that's when you know that you're working with Reiki or with a source of energy that is not your own physical body or energy. I hope this helps. Yes, guys. Sharing a message for the water element this week. So we got air, water, then we're gonna get the fire. So if anybody has earth element earth element messages, and then we get the complete thing. But water is trust your intuition, use water for healing, purifying, and transmuting emotional wounds, especially for water moons and water suns signs. This is my own therapy. Showers are not just showers, they're deeply healing rituals for myself. So I highly recommend it for anybody who has, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio in their sun and moon. It's so helpful. I love that everybody's meeting. That's really cool. I've been missing this type of energy of people meeting with one another. If anybody else hasn't left a comment but is present, please let us know where you are, who you like, what is your intention for today, and what's your name? Yeah, we all should embrace Lilith. So actually, one of my key points today is mentioning Sekhmet. So if you follow me on Patreon, if you're a part of my Patreon, I have a whole Sekhmet video where I shared what my journey was in being initiated by her. It started a year ago, and it was in Leo season, and I've been following her guidance, which was a deep initiation into my sovereignty, into my boundaries, and into my anger. And it's it's something that started a year ago, and sometimes we talk about what we're going through and our own healing and our rituals in the moment of or in the month of, but healing takes time sometimes, or it also just keeps on healing, it keeps on doing the thing. And Sekhmet has been so present in Leo season for me right now, and it's been a year, and I can see her in my mind's eye. I can feel her pressing down on my shoulder and being like, so proud of, like, remember last year? Remember last year, and this is the continuation of our work together, and this is going to keep on continuing. But it's so beautiful to witness that everything that has been happening with my life is still ongoing. And Sekhmet, if you don't know, she's a lion goddess from ancient Egypt, and she is a solar energy. She has a sun here. She's married to the sun god, the sun deity, and in the Egyptian pantheon. And so she's also very connected with Sirius, with this Lionsgate, with Leo season. And I just wanted to mention her there because she is such a beautiful presence, such a powerful guide, and she can be quite intimidating because she's very sovereign. She's very queen like, and I'm just very glad that I got introduced, that I was ready for her initiation, and that I keep on being guided to this day. Her hand on my shoulder, helping me become who I've been in past incarnations, or who I am, who my highest self is. And that's deep work. So I highly recommend watching this video. It's on Patreon. And yeah, it's still very hard for me to share the fact that I have a Patreon and receiving support. But if you wanted to do that, it would be deeply appreciated. There's a lot of people here that are commenting that are on my Patreon and have access to live events that I'm not sharing on YouTube, or extra videos and ceremonies that I'm not sharing on YouTube, and I highly recommend that. So yeah, Sekhmet, get introduced to her. I'm mentioning her as, you know, a response to Lilith that Ayesha shared, because they have similar vibes, similar teachings. Hi, Joy. Thank you for being here. Hi, Greenie Joy. I don't know you. I don't know your name yet. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to knowing more about you. Yeah, definitely get a statue of her for your altar and visit wherever statues of her are present. There's a few here and there. Yeah, I love that everyone's meeting on Lionsgate. Except Mayan. Okay. Okay, so Reiki School has already started. You can join whenever you want. It's an evergreen class, which means it's ready for you at any time. It's already been recorded. It is not the original Reiki School. It's a new one that I reprogrammed, refilmed last year, and it's available right now, and it's part of my school membership, so you can join anytime. If you're part of my Patreon, you have coupon codes, so it's a little bit less expensive than the usual entry price, and you can live whenever you want, you can join whenever you want. There's an attunement that will be your personal attunement. The minute you join, we will set up a date, and I look forward to people being introduced to this class because I'm proud of it. No, it's also because it did so much for me, and that's what I'm trying to share on YouTube, on Instagram lately. It's difficult to share my personal journey. I'm very much about, you know, offering healing to you guys, but fully embodying the scope of my witchiness, if we said, but like galactic energy is still a bit scary for me sometimes, because, you know, there's people from high school and family on Instagram that are watching my stuff, and I'm out of the closet, but they don't get it. I'm really isolated in that journey, so I'm trying to embody it more, just because this is who I am in the end. You know, I'm Andromedan, guys. So I gotta, you know, just step more out of the closet and share it more. So that's what I'm doing. So the reason why I'm sharing Reiki School so much lately, it's because it just changed my life. It allowed me to be so deeply attuned to my present moment, to my body, instead of dissociating. And now that it's been, you know, it's been years of that, I'm so much more fulfilled and opened. And, you know, there's moments where I close off because I'm scared, but I'm mostly opened, and it has changed my life. I'm really feeling really, really good just from that one door that I opened one day, which was my Reiki school, and where I learned Reiki first, and then when I started teaching Reiki. But it's always been a question of bravery, and it was never the path that I intended to as a human, but my soul apparently signed up for this. But yeah, I share it because it just helps. It just helped a lot of people, and it's still very grounded and mainstream to open through that door. And then later on, if you want to go deeper into, you know, the galactic work, there's my transpersonal chakras workshops that I've been sharing, and there's another class that I'm recording right now. So yeah, I'm creating a new class right now that is all about opening up to your higher self, and living a life where you're holding the hand of your higher self in a very present, grounded, visible way. And that's also a journey that started a lot with my Sekhmet initiation. But no, actually it started before that, way before that, but it's become a practice that I have every day, and it's so nice. And now I don't work with the Akashic records anymore because I'm literally just channeling my higher self all the time, and it has given me, how do I say this, access to the full scope of my soul, and it feels so damn good to be incarnated on Earth, having that connection with your soul. And it really isn't something that I've seen anywhere. So I've been guided to share it, and I've started recording it. It's a 7-week program, and I'm excited. So it will be available when I'm done recording all of it, and I'm excited. So I'm reading your comments now. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Leslie, for recommending your cousin. Your soul incarnation, Aisha, as an Arcturian. That's really cool. Last one being Orion and Mintaken. Okay, that's really nice. How do you connect? Okay, we've got the cats being a part of this Lionsgate. Yes, my love. Do you want to say hi? Hi, Javier. You want to say hi? Yeah? Come on, let's say hi. Yeah. Nikki. Hi. You want to come show me the table? So, do we have other questions? And now we've got the Aristocats. We've got the cat on the piano. Hey! Yeah, we need you here. So, Javier, you can definitely say with confidence that my Reiki school has helped me overcome your fear of intimacy with yourself and others. Oh my God, yes. Okay. Thank you for this comment. I was reacting to the cat. You know, I can share that very openly, but I'm a Scorpio. I have been told so many times that I've been, I'm dark and negative just because I was able to see the depth. And so it has really cut me off from infancy, from my depth, from being intimate with myself, from being connected to my emotions. And so that was one of the other ways where I was dissociating. And Reiki has allowed me to witness everything without judging, and to know that an emotion is just information and it doesn't define who I am, and I don't need to put those layers, those labels saying I'm bad or I'm negative. I'm just here. I'm just a being. We're all going through different emotions. And so that's one of the ways why I recommend going on a self-development journey, knowing your astrology, your numerology, being tapped into different energy readings, doing your own energy healing, because it helps you to see that you're always different, you always change, but also nothing's bad. You just are a being dealing with difficult situations on a very difficult planet. And we've got to open our eyes and see it. Otherwise it's gonna come to us. We can't evade the journey, the spiritual journey, or just being in tune with yourself journey. Oh, okay, Aisha, you did this. You were in touch with your past incarnations through above chart placements. That's so interesting. Kitty cat doing Lionsgate. Yeah, he's always about taking care of yourself. I'm just reading. How do you get to a point where you feel it's okay to be open to your audience? Okay, so I've been asked this question recently, and I often don't always know the answer until I'm being asked. I usually share things that I've really digested. So I share things that are a year old, that have been digested through me until it's not really personal because it's not fresh anymore. It's really part of something that I've completed. So that's when I can be open with people online. If I'm still going through something, I don't really share it. It's important that I have my own individual human journey. My emotions need to be handled with care and given the privacy that they need. So, if I'm still going through it, I'm sharing it with the people that I trust, if need be, or in therapy, or if something can also be, for example, on Patreon, I shared the sobriety video before I shared it on YouTube because I was not 100% sure about that video. I was very scared of showing people the fact that I had been abusing alcohol a few years ago and how much I was really hurt, right? So it was hard, and I shared it on Patreon, and I actually asked people like, is this helping? Um, is this actually giving value to you guys, or is it me talking about my life? And the feedback that I got was so helpful, and that's when I was like, okay, it's useful, it's helping. Even if it just helps one person, I get like 1,000 bad comments. It's helped that one person. So I did share it, and it wasn't easy, but yeah. You don't have to be open to an entire audience, customer base. You save that for yourself and those closest to you. Yeah, definitely. Like I always, I want to, tap into my inner child and my inner teenager and ask them for permission too before I share something. So it might feel like I'm sharing a lot online, but I'm not. I'm sharing what I'm okay sharing, but there's a lot of things that I don't share, and I'm never gonna share. And yeah, thank you. I appreciate all the advice for your long shadows. Yeah, I mean, always respect what you want to keep hidden. That's a need. That's a human need. Thank you. Yeah, boundaries for a spiritual lesson. Yeah, and then keep on upgrading how boundaries are being shared. That's what segment does a lot. Yeah, I hope that you're doing fine, Aisha, with what you've been sharing on Patreon with us. I hope you're doing better. Oh, I'm so happy that it made a difference. Thank you so much. So how are we feeling? Should we go into our tuning fork little moments? I really cannot wait to see how this transmits to you, how the waves and the sound transmit to you. So if you're all ready, you give me permission, just let me know. And yeah, I hope this connects. So today is Lionsgate, as we've shared. It's a way to open up to Sirius energy, and there's a lot of hidden knowledge that's going to show up to you. And I hope that you can open up and set the boundaries with that knowledge even to come to you in a graceful way so that you're not overwhelmed by all of that. So before we open up, before we do this, I'm going to stop talking, and you can write your intentions or you can say it out loud to yourself. Set intentions for what you open up to, what hidden knowledge coming from, other lifetimes or this one, from, inner child, inner teenager. Like, what are you open to receiving in this moment? Thank you, Leslie. That's beautiful. Yeah, we can be open to receiving hidden knowledge about our group's energy. There's the individual, and then there's the collective. Oh, I love Ayesha's. That's such a beautiful intention to make a difference in your life. I love that. I'm going to set my own intentions for myself and my work. My work is always about uniting, communion, just connecting, tapping in. So my intention is for that unity, which doesn't remove our individuality. It doesn't mean uniformity. We don't all have to be the same type of spiritual people, right? But united in our mission to protect the earth and create equality for everybody here on earth, and love. So for me, it's unity and love and truth. Those are the three keywords that animate my work, that make me create those videos, for everyone to find deep love, deep self-love, unity with the self, with all of the different selves that exist within us, and to find the truth instead of confusion or illusion. And we're going to start. So I'm going to set myself up in the middle again, open to receiving guidance, clarity, and to feel protected on your spiritual path. Definitely. You allow Lionsgate to bring an abundance of love and light into your work. I love that. Yes. Okay. So we're going to open up the shoulders, stand upright as much as you can. If you can't, it's just find your comfort. What is doable? We're going to close our eyes and breathe through the nose. That picks up intuitively, and with your instinct, that picks up the sense and the energy around and knows what's going on. We're going to become the lion who just knows miles away what's going on, what's afoot, whether it's the weather, the temperatures, the night that is coming. And with each exhale, we're letting all the energy diffuse itself out of our heart, out of our body, all of the stress that we've been carrying. We open and we diffuse. And if you can, move your eyes and draw the figure 8. Now we're going to move to the side like the infinity symbol. It's 8-8, and we're going to use that 8 on the side. And we're going to draw the 8 with our eyes. We're going to follow the gaze and create that 8. With your eyes open or closed, it's the same. We're going to draw that 8. And we keep on breathing deeply. And we draw. And we draw. And we draw. And we let go of that visualization. We can open our hands, palms up, untie your legs, and bring that openness into your being for the energy of the 8 of Sirius to come through into you. And we allow that hidden knowledge to come through gracefully into your aura, your body, and to be perceived at the level that you're comfortable with. And I'm drawing the 8 all around you with that sound, liberating everything that needs to go, opening up your flow. Focusing on your right side. And focusing on your left side. Focusing on your heart and your solar plexus and all the galactic connections, like the thymus chakra, that connect with them. And finally, our last 8, connecting the crown and the root chakra, drawing a bigger 8 within your aura. Thank you. I would love to bring you back, but if it's not the time for you, you can just press pause on this video as a replay, or mute me and come back later. Take your time to receive that knowledge, to process it. But when you're ready, you can drink water next to you. You can say, I received what I intended to receive, and I open myself to being guided in its interpretation and its integration into my being. Maybe it's time to journal a little bit. Don't rush to another video, don't rush to another work or running an errand. Maybe it's just time to write, express, open, and receive. Thank you for joining me here, for trusting me. I offer sessions, one-on-ones. I have my school with my Reiki work and my Galactic chakra work. And I have my Patreon with live events, and they're all open to you. I'm gonna drink water and journal myself. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed it, please share the replay with your friends and loved ones or social media. And let me know in the comments what it felt like. Take care.